Mighty God, everything written about you is great. You are great, yes, you are. Walked upon the sea, wasted it. You reign in majesty, mighty God. Everything written about you is great. You are great. You are great. You are great. Oh, yeah. Say you are great. Say you are great. Everything about you is great. You are great. You are great. Oh, you are great. You are great. Oh, yeah. Say you are great. You are. Yes, you are. You are great. Everything about you is great. Hi, guys. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, from wherever you are watching us. Once again, you are welcome to our platform on which we talk about TBC. You are welcome to this platform. Here we preach the gospel of TBC. Here we talk about TBC, which is the billion coin, which is one of the cryptocurrencies in our time. One of the currencies, like we have always said, it is a private crypto. And today I come to you with lots of smiles because, as usual, there is good news. As usual, we are making giant strides, and it is worth indicating that TBC is more than gold. That is the slogan we have in TBC in Cameroon. TBC is more than gold. Today, I want to delve very much. For the past three broadcasts, we have been talking about the elementaries, the basics of cryptocurrencies and of TBC in particular. Today, I want to talk about what TBC is not. We are going now what they call the via negativa, the negative way. Yeah? Yes. We want to say what it is not. You know, very often when you want to define something, when you're talking about something, it is very easy to say what it is. But today, basically, our approach is to talk about what TBC is not. Basically, what is not. And there are several things we'll highlight in the course of this broadcast, though it will be very short. Not very short anyway, he'll just be timely. But there are several things we want to highlight here. And after talking about what it is not, we'll bring to you as well updates in the TBC community, which is international. And then we'll bring you updates in the local TBC community in Cameroon so that you see how the community keeps growing. What TBC is not. You may want to find out how I came about a topic like this. It is very interesting to find out, and I'm going to tell you straight away that it is as a result of a few questions I have had to answer in the course of the past days. I have had to answer a few questions, and that helped me frame this, the title of this broadcast as what TBC is not. The very first thing I would like to say about TBC is that very often when we talk about TBC as the billion coin as a cryptocurrency, what immediately comes to the mind of skeptics is that TBC, that is one of the scams. That is one of those here scams. Are you coming to talk about those here scams? We have heard these things several times. So the first thing I want to say is that TBC is not a scam. Of course, by scam, you know what I mean. By scam, we mean that it is fake. It is the effort, the initiative of a few people to swindle the money of some and go away and disappear. And so I'm here today to say TBC is not a scam. Of course, there are other synonyms to the word scam. Some of you would like to call it a Ponzi. Some of you would like to call it a bubble. Those are all words, those are all terminologies which have been used in the course of time with respect to cryptocurrencies. And so I'd like to say that is exactly what TBC is not. That is exactly what TBC is not. It is not a scam. And like I said in my previous broadcast, um, how do you know? How do we justify the fact that it's not a scam? Is that you have to understand the vision of the company, the vision, and you have to take it into consideration that the company has a vision which is sustainable. So it is not a scam. It has a sustainable vision. And so if you want to get into the company, if you want to get into TBC, you want to get to any company at all, you have to find out what is the vision, what is the sustainability scheme. Until you are sure of that, you may not actually be very comfortable. And so here in TBC, the billion coin, I'm here to indicate and to say without fear or favor that it is not a scam. It is not a scam, it is not a bubble because it has a sustainability plan. It has a plan of building up a community, it has a plan of reaching out to the people, it has a plan of um, destroying the great virus of poverty. That is exactly what TBC is. And that vision of TBC is attained by the effort to create a community known as the TBC community, a community in which there will be no very rich people, there will be no very poor people, a community in which everyone will interrelate with one another. That is exactly what it is. And again, when I say it is not a scam, one thing we must take into consideration is the fact that in TBC, we are encouraged. The admin encourages us to do live broadcasts. So you see my face, you talk to me, you know me, no matter the distance. My contacts are there. Your TBC leaders, your TBC members are people, they're not just virtual because the social media platform on which we interact with one another is a virtual platform, but they are real people that you can see, you can call, you can communicate with, and you can meet. By the end of this broadcast, you will see with me that it is not a scam because you will see even the efforts made by the TBC admin that the TBC members may meet, may interact, may know each other because it is a community. It has come to stay. So TBC has come to stay. Don't think it has come to joke around for a few while and disappear. It has come to stay. That is TBC for you. Again, TBC is not a money doubling company. I must say this very clearly, that we understand and we get to know this from the word go. Those who are new in the community, those who want to begin, must understand that it is a community we are building. It's a community we are building. That a community we are building that is has come to stay. And we must say that without any fear or favor. Some people get along. Some people come up with the intention, thinking, you know, having in their mind that it's an opportunity for them to um, become what they are not. It's an opportunity for them to um, grow to the heights. It's an opportunity for them to call it get rich overnight. I must tell you that it is not therefore a money doubling effect, a company. And so if you think it is, and you are coming with that impression, then you are mistaken. Please don't come along. Don't come along. It's not a money doubling thing. So much so that when you invest today, tomorrow you begin to want it to double. It is not money laundering we are doing here. It's not money doubling in TBC. It is not. Again, um, from this point of view, we must indicate also that it is not just a high jump to wealth that you see people talk about. The moment you become into that company, the moment you join that company, you become a multi-billionaire. Yeah, yes, of course. That is exactly what it transforms us into gradually. But that is not basically what it is. That is not what it is from the word go. So TBC is not that which makes you become rich overnight. If you want to become rich overnight, go and join. There are many of those calls. Please get there. For TBC, no. That is why we said, and we say, and we will say, TBC it is a gospel. It's a good news. And the good news about it is that it is that which enables us to live together as a community. It's that which enables us to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor. But it is not a high jump to success. No, it's not a high jump to wealth. At the same time, it is not a shortcut to success. Let's get that very clearly. It's not a shortcut to success. It's not a shortcut to success. Because we are in a world in which um, our motives, our intentions, our actions are all colored by the craving to be successful. Yes, everyone wants to succeed. I'm not saying that if you get to TBC, you will not succeed. No, you will if you work hard. That is the point I'm making. You get me now? That is the point I'm making. You will if you work hard. If you school yourself in the process. And after schooling yourself in the process, then you'll be able to get to the heights. But not you getting to the heights, but you and your community. So therefore, that's why I say that is exactly what it is not. It is not a shortcut to success. If you are looking for the shortest route to success, please don't come to TBC. Because in TBC, our intention is not to succeed as individuals. Our intention is to succeed as a community. And of course, I can only succeed when you out there, you succeed. And you can only succeed if you enable me and we all put our hands together, we succeed. So therefore, TBC, that is exactly what it is not. It's not a shortcut to success. Again, TBC is not a billionaires club. I know, as people call it. I insist that it is not a billionaires club, not because in TBC you will not become a billionaire. No, a TBCian is a billionaire. That is a fact. Don't get me wrong. Don't say, why are you contradicting yourself? No, I'm not. TBC is not a billionaires club as such. When I talk about billionaires club, those of you who have watched those movies with the title Billionaires Club, you understand what I mean. You know, it is not that kind of a club that should scare you. You know, some people just hear that TBC cryptocurrency. I don't want to hear it. Those things, those things, all these get rich things very fast, get rich quick things. I'm not there. No, you are mistaken. That's exactly what it is not. That's exactly what it is not. You know, and some people are of the impression, you know, they have this wrong mentality, this mistaken mentality that, as the adage, which is wrongly put, that money is the root of all evil. Many people say money is the root of all evil, and so they say that, especially those who are very religious, they say that, even the scriptures condemn money. Money is the root of all evil. Please don't get it wrong. That is one of the worst adages I have heard of. One of the adages which is most misrepresented. Money is the root of all evil. This statement, I remember very vividly, is one of the statements, admonitions which St. Paul gives to Timothy when he writes in the scriptures in 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. He says the love of money is the root of all evil. It is not money which is the root of all evil. It is the love for it. And of course, what is love for money? It mean, love for money is me when one begins to have love for money, then it begins to be self-centered, selfish. It begins to be all about me. And of course, that is exactly what TBC is not. TBC is all about us. It's not all about me. It's all about us. And so if I'm doing what I'm doing now, for instance, I'm doing this for us. So that those who have these worries in their minds will get it cleared off. And then they can join this community. And once they join this community, they'll have a smile on their faces. Why would they have a smile on their faces? Because I was not selfish with it. If I'm talking to you now, it is because others have not been selfish with it. Others have exposed it. And I got to know about it. I got to read about it. I got to study it. I am convinced about it. And because I am convinced about it, I am bringing it across. So therefore, it is not just uh, that money is the root of all evil. So when you start hearing these people talk about things, I remember when I posted on my Facebook page about a month ago, when I was talking about the power of five, the one of the promotions of TBC, one of the activities, better put, of TBC, which enables us to climb the ladder of TBC and build our community, is called Money and Power Club. When I talked about it once, I put it as a post once on Facebook. I remember one of one of my very good friends just wrote under, you know, his comment was, uh, I don't, I'm not interested in, you know, that very negative attitude. And I don't blame him. Maybe he has been wounded by some other cryptos, maybe he has been wounded by some other companies. But what we are saying is that that company, that attitude is exactly that which is not exhibited, is not exercised, is not needed in the TBC community. That is exactly what TBC is not. So TBC, therefore, is not that. And lastly, you know, when we start talking about TBC, we are going to the second part when we'll be talking about the practical things. You know, some people say that so far it has been so taught, so theoretical. I'm talking too much. You're not. You're not. I want to hear about money. How my money will grow. I am not interested in that. My interest is in enabling you understand, have a mastery, have the knowledge of the motive, the vision of TBC, so that once you get it, you digest it, nobody will tell you, come along. You will come along on your own. And if you don't come along, we are still going along. By the time you'll be you'll be wishing to come along, we'll be at another level, and then you'll begin to regret. So it's exactly what we say, that um, There's a saying that you should never give yourself an occasion to regret what you could have done. You know, it is easier to regret that, oh, I did this wrong. I'm sorry, I did. You regret about that. But it is worse to regret to regret a missed opportunity. And so, for you not to regret a missed opportunity, for us not to regret a missed opportunity, I spent time to explain to you the dynamics of TBC and of cryptocurrencies in general. And so, it is worth indicating, therefore, that TBC is not a money doubling company. TBC is not a scam. TBC is not a grow rich quick company. TBC is not a shortcut to success. TBC is not that which makes us um, grow in our greed and selfishness that I think of myself. TBC is not any of those. Therefore, if TBC is not any of those, tell me, decide for yourself what TBC is. My intention was just to let you know what it is not. So that when you get to know what it is not, then you will be able to know exactly what it is. But if you still have some doubt with respect to what it is, having listened to what it is not, please feel free on the comment section of this platform. Leave your questions there. I'll always get back to read them and then use the questions to build up another broadcast to reach out to you. That basically is the little I wanted to express and share with you about what TBC is not. Good. Away from what TBC is not, I would like to talk about one of the last things I ended my last broadcast with. I ended my last broadcast with the latest TBC cruise, which is on board. The latest TBC cruise, which is in the nearest future. In 2019, TBC is going to be 3 years old. Last year, we had, that is, no, sorry, this year rather. You see, pardon me, I'm already taking giant strides into next year because I don't want to be out, I don't want to be away, I don't want to miss that cruise into the Caribbean island. So pardon me, please. This year, 2018, TBC celebrated the second anniversary. And it was celebrated at the local levels, the various TBC communities in the various countries saw what to do and they did it. I remember in Cameroon, which I know very well, the TBC community had a beautiful celebration. I was not there myself. I sent one of my representatives, and she went there. Uh, my kid sister, who knew nothing about TBC, but you know what? When she went there and came back, she called me and said, "Hi, you did not tell me I was going to such a place." I said, "What? How was it? What do you mean by such a place?" "I went to a place that I've never been before. The place was so nice. There were all sorts of people, all sorts of people. It was a beautiful party." Oh, she was very excited. And in fact, immediately she tells me, "What is that community? What is that thing all about? I want to get along. How do I become a member?" I said, "Good. The mere fact that you have participated and you have the urge to find out how you can become a member, I'll get you on board." And guess what? I got her on board. And I'm telling you now, she is actually on board. She's actually on board. That is TBC for you. So the 2019 anniversary, 2019 celebration of our anniversary, that is the third anniversary, the admin, um, who is very wonderful, has said that for our anniversary, we are going to have a cruise into the Caribbean. A cruise into the Caribbean. All TBCians the world over, whoever wants to, there is a place for you. That is to tell you that TBC is not a scam. TBC is not a joke. TBC is not any of those um, TBC is not any of those things we have talked about. TBC is a place to be. TBC is a place to be. In fact, talking about a cruise, I must change my position and position myself well, because I have to talk about the cruise. And I'm excited, so excited to talk about this cruise that I cannot but um, take this position to talk about the cruise. And to talk about the cruise, I don't talk much about the cruise. I'll just go directly to the back office and share with you my page so that you see very clearly. You see very clearly on it what the admin is saying and what our plans are with respect to the 2019 celebration of our anniversary, TBC. 2019 celebration of our anniversary. We are getting to the Caribbeans, and it's an opportunity for us to make sure that we get along. It's an opportunity for us to make sure that we are not left out. It's an opportunity for us to make sure that this TBC community we are talking about, just give me some few moments. Let me get into my Kringle Cash back office, and I share with you. I share with you what is on the blog about the cruise. Guys, I tell you, it is very exciting. It is very exciting. And do you know what? Africa is blessed. You see, we have lived throughout with the impression that, in Africa, we are just there, the colors, the third world, underdeveloped, and you can all those things. Yes. But I say Africa is blessed because guess what? Who is in charge of the 2019 cruise? The admin just a few days ago appointed Mr. Mbe Derrick to take charge of that and get it done, get it set. And Mr. Mbe Derrick, I must tell you, is one of those die-hard TBCians who, when he places his hand on something, it moves. Wow. This is the page you can see for yourself. This is the page for the cruise. I'm right there. You see, we did not just arrive at the decision to go to the Caribbean like that. There was voting. We're in a democratic society. We permit the people to make their choices. We had to go to the Caribbean, the Mediterranean, the Asia, and then others. And then you can see for yourself how the Caribbean won by 499 votes of those who voted. You can see for yourself, this is the plan. This is the plan. It's a cruise into the Caribbean with a ship or ships, depending on on the number of people who are ready to go. You can see for yourself, Western Caribbean, 7-night adventure of the sea. I don't think I would like to miss this. You can see for yourself. That is the page for you. That is to tell you exactly that all what we have said at the beginning, that TBC is not, you are seeing for yourself. That is what it is not. You can see full payment is due on the 25th of January 2019, and you can see that is the holiday total for all that. And you can reach Mr. Mbe, who is going to enlighten you more on the cruise, which is due to take place next year in the month of March. That is 2019, March 2019. March 2019. The cruise is going to take place. And now some people are asking, this cruise, are we paying with our TBC? No, please Don't get us wrong. You are not paying with your TBC. You are paying cash. And it is not, although we say it's Mr. Mbe who is in charge, it is not he to do all this for you. Mr. Mbe will only want you, by the way, when you contact him, you get the necessary information. But of course, you get to a travel agency in your country. You get the details, update Mr. Mbe, give him the necessary information. He's going to help you facilitate the process. That is for sure. Tunisians are heading for the Caribbean in um, 2019. 2019. Let's see here the 7-day trip in the ship. Here you're going to see they've posted here what the trip is all about. You know, here you have what the trip is all about. 7-night adventure of the sea, Western Caribbean. That is the itinerary. That is the map. You see the map for yourself. You see the map for yourself. Jamaica, Cayman Islands. You see all that. All that. I tell you guys, it is going to be hectic. It's going to be hectic. You can see there that is day one. Day one, Florida, United States. Day two, we are at sea. Day three, Falmouth in Jamaica. Day four, Georgetown. Day five, Puerto Costa Maya, Mexico. Day six, Cozumel, Mexico. Day seven, we are still at sea, and then we arrive the port of Lauderdale. That is in Florida. We have gone back, and then we begin to find our way. You can see here the date, 29th of March, and all that. Guys, I tell you, there are interesting offers with TBC. Now you ask me, of what importance is it that of what importance is it that we are traveling and you cannot pay by TBC? Please, the essence of this trip is to enable us meet with the community members wherever they are. When you meet with community members wherever they are, it begins to tell you for real what TBC is. It goes back to what I was saying, what it is not. So you are going to see, we are going to meet leaders from all over, from Ghana, from Nigeria, from Brazil, from the US, from South Africa, Lawrence, you have been following up Lawrence in the send button meeting. For those of you who are there, we are going to meet all these people. And it's not just a matter of meeting, it's a matter of interacting with them so that we see that what we are saying here is not just, like I will always call it, is not a fool's paradise. It is actually real. It is not something in the blues. That for you is our trip. This is the ship. This is the ship. This is how the rooms, the interior part of the ship look like. You can see the rooms for yourself. You can see from here, you can have the ocean view. And there is a virtual balcony. These are the suites, the interior. You can see for yourself. I tell you guys, there are so many things. If you want to spend time talking about the cruise, we will not end this broadcast today. I just wanted to give you a taste, En français, in French, we say that we refer to it as an avant-goût. Please pardon my poor French, but at least it's an avant-goût, just to whet your appetite. And in English, we do not only talk about whetting the appetite, we talk about giving you a tantalizing touch of it, that which makes you to want to. That is the cruise for you. We will not spend much time on the cruise. We'll go straight away to the very next exciting piece of information, which concerns us here. The next exciting piece of information that concerns us is the business card. Guys, I tell you, TBC is really more than gold. The admin had talked about the business card that will soon be available. As I speak to you now, you can see for yourself, this is my back office. I am navigating my back office, and you can see this is the business card. If you go to your back office, go to marketing. Under marketing, you get to business card, you click there. All what you need to do is to fit in here your name. For example, I can put my name there. I can put my name there. I put my name there. You see. Then I come down, I put my phone number, I put in whatever it is. If I have a Facebook link, I put. If I have an email address, I put. And then I submit. Once I do that, I submit, then I'll be able to have my details on this card, on this page. All the details will appear here, and then you can be able to print it out. You can be able to leave it digital and then send it to others, left, right, center, so that they get along on this business journey. They get along on this. It is referred to as a business card. It is also a means of incorporating many more into the TBC community so that we make the world understand that TBC is basically more than gold. We make the world understand that TBC is more than gold. Yes, guys, that is that for the back office and for that I wanted to share with you from the back office so that you know we have been talking today about what TBC is not. These facts go to substantiate what TBC is. It goes to substantiate, to make it clear, to share with you how clear the vision of TBC is and how far we are going. Last but not the least, I'm also going to share with you. I'm also going to share with you the latest TBC shop in Douala. This came up today. Latest TBC shop in Douala. Somebody shared with us that he has a shop in which he accepts TBC, 50% TBC, and it's a business which deals with wood. Those of you who need wood you may need wood for woodwork, whatever woodwork it is, whatever woodwork you need wood for, and you have TBC. Be rest assured you are there. Be rest assured you are there. You have enough wood, not just wood, good quality wood that you have. You can see for yourself. You can see for yourself. This is wood. This is the shop. You can see for yourself how a bed is made. That is this guy doing his bed here with the wood. You can pay 50% TBC and collect a bed and go home with 50% cash. I tell you guys, TBC is more than gold. TBC is more than gold. You can see for yourself. This is the lady who was telling us about the practicality of this, how practical this is. You can see her there posing beside her bed that she's buying, she's making available to the world with 50% TBC, 50% cash. This is a beautiful wardrobe you have for yourself. I tell you guys, TBC is not a joke. TBC is not a joke. By now, you should have seen for yourself what TBC is not. And having seen for yourself what TBC is not, you can conveniently, I mean conveniently, you can conveniently conclude for yourself what TBC is. So in TBC, we are not eager to double money, to get rich soon, but we are eager to create a community. And in the creation of that community, we ensure that each and every member gets along. And when you ensure that each and every member gets along in that community, what happens? The more you are getting along people in that community, the more you as a TBCian, you are cashing, you are selling your TBC and getting your cash. And above all, the more you are adding to the growth of the community. So we are working towards the realization of our 1 billion people community. That is TBC for you. You may want to ask, oh, where in Douala do I find this? Or is this man not just showing us something which does not exist? No, it is what exists. If you go to Coup Supreme, Coup Supreme behind Orange Building, you'll meet that guy, you'll meet that shop right there, and you give your command immediately. You can pay with 50% off your TBC. And you know what, guys? When this post was shared with us in the community today, I remember somebody said, very, very soon, not too long from now, we shall get to Mache Mbopi, Mache Mokolo, Mache, all the Maches, and we'll be trading in TBC. Thank you very much. That for you is what TBC is not, and you could have deduced for yourself by now what TBC is. Before I leave you, I remind you not to forget to click the subscribe button, and again to share this with others so that the gospel of TBC gets as far as possible in the least expected time. Thank you very much for being there. Thank you for being part of this broadcast. For those of you who are following up, thank you, and may God bless you as you think of getting to action, as you think of transforming your wishes to action, because the human person is essentially an acting person. And by action, we mean that you prepare to get along with us, to join the TBC community, so that we realize our goal of bridging the gap between the rich and the poor. Yes, everything about TBC is good. Everything about TBC is good.